Yo, 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 what is up? It's your boy Brad Flauta, coming at you from Flauta here in Daytona Beach. Actually, I'm driving back from the gym, just got done. And I decided it's maybe story time again. Story time with Uncle Brad, but I'm going to tell you about a Martin Luther King, because today's Martin Luther King Day, right? And I'm going to tell you a little story about the moment I realized how life operates. All right, I'll never forget. It was my senior year in college, right? I was in this group and we had to write a paper on, well, not a paper. We had to do a presentation on the leadership of John F. Kennedy Jr. I'm sorry, JFK and Martin Luther King Jr. So both of those guys. And I was in charge of doing the introduction, right? So I was going to kick us off. I was going to start it out. So I read a couple books on both guys, right? And while I was researching, something dawned on me that I had never even thought about up until literally this moment in life. A light bulb went off in my head. And I realized these two guys are not good guys. I was reading all this stuff about what they did in life, affairs, getting caught in hotels with prostitutes, yada, 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 yada. You can go down the list about JFK and Martin Luther King Jr. So I got to thinking about myself and I was like, you know, these guys aren't really leaders. I mean, these guys are garbage, like terrible, both of them, not just one of them, both of them, you know? And so that was the realization that I had that, and I never used to understand the phrase, don't meet your leaders because they'll disappoint you, or don't meet your heroes because they'll disappoint you. Well, it's true for the most part. It's almost true like 999 times out of 1,000. You know, and like I said, while I was doing research on both these guys, I saw all the good, all the bad, et cetera, et cetera. So I just thought I would share that Martin Luther King Jr. story with you guys today on this day because, you know, I always think about that moment on this day because, like I said, I had to do a report on these guys, and JFK wasn't any better either. In fact, arguably, they both, like I said, you can do your research. They both did plenty of good things. They both did plenty of bad things. But anyway, there's my Martin Luther King Jr. story. So your boy Brad Flauta had to do a presentation on him and JFK back in the day. And that was the moment I realized in life that just because everyone else tells you someone is good and someone else tells you they're a leader, that doesn't mean they are. That doesn't mean they are. And I realized it right then and there. That was the moment in life where the light bulb went off. And I looked at things differently ever since that day. I'm not even joking either. I looked at people differently. I looked at my heroes differently. I looked at sports figures differently. And that's when I kind of wanted to learn more about the person. You know, because when you're growing up, all you ever hear about is the good stuff. Sometimes you'll hear about the bad stuff. Like, even today, you know, you hear stories, but there's a lot of stuff that gets swept under the rug. But, you know, that presentation opened up my eyes. So I hope you guys enjoy this story on this Martin Luther King Day. And I hope you guys are having a great week. It's your boy, Brad Flauta, over and out.